Guys, we gotta talk about this chip shortage problem, the global chip shortage problem. And this is gonna be focused more towards the Philippines. So if you guys aren't from here, or Southeast Asia, because, most of my videos will cover how things affect third world countries. But nonetheless, I'm not exactly a tech YouTuber. I'm just a guy that lives in the third world country who uses a lot of tech. And so this isn't my specialty. You guys should know that by now. But a lot of my friends who are more well-known YouTubers, you guys don't know they're from the Philippines because they don't say it, they're anonymous, you'll never see their face. This has been an issue for a lot of us. And I decided that today, since they're not going to cover this in their channels, I should cover it. So first of all, we know that there is a global chip shortage. And this is a problem globally, right? But in regards to the Philippines and other countries within Southeast Asia, it's not so much a problem of the scalpers that we have to worry about. It's a problem of supply. So, clickbait title, yes, I know, but it's true. You guys should probably consider getting your hardware now, or like within the next few weeks, before the chip shortage gets really, really bad. And this is not just regarding gaming, because I know GPUs are out. Personally, I've never really been a fan of GPUs post 2017, because the games I play are not that demanding. I don't really need that many frame rates, and I don't really need such enhanced super graphics that other people are all gaga about. However, what I am very particular about is performance, and just being able to run things other than games. So if you guys are still running some low-end specs, and you were thinking of upgrading maybe end of the year, this Christmas, when you guys have a little bit more money, or maybe early 2022, then that might not be an option anymore. Again, this is different if you guys are like desktop gamers and you're okay, you have the 20 series chipsets, the NVIDIA, even the 1000 series chipsets are still okay. The 1060 is still one of the most populated and well-used GPUs on Steam, and it's okay, right? But if you were looking to upgrade, or you wanted to improve your performance a little bit, I do believe that this is the time that you guys should start upgrading because of the chip shortage. Now let me point out why this is my statement regarding that matter. First of all, scalpers are not a problem in the Philippines, because there's always been a, not sure what to call it, luxury tax? Is that what you can call it? Anyway, we've always had to pay, historically, not historically, that's not the right word, over the past decade, in my experience, something like that, anyway. We've always had to pay more than our Western counterparts, our first world nations, not including Japan and Korea, for like products that they need to use that are not from there, not locally produced. They gotta pay also a lot more there, but that's getting off topic. What I do want to focus on is we've always had to pay an additional 30 to 40% more than the MSRP that Americans or the Europeans have to pay, and it's always been an annoyance for me. Because of this, if you're not one of the ultra-rich that can afford to pay these exorbitant prices anyway, they don't care paying the additional 30 and 40% outside of the MSRP from Western nations, then this doesn't affect you. But considering that we've already had to pay this much, if things go up in price here in the Philippines, and I know they will because it's been going up in price everywhere, but here it's not because of scalpers, but just because of supply and demand. What I mean by this is there's going to be less supply that comes in here because there is demand abroad, and people abroad are willing to pay a lot more than us, which is weird. I know we're a third world country, so originally I thought that because we're a third world country, prices would be adjusted for Philippine incomes, but that's not really true. In fact, the opposite is what happens. Is because we are a third world country, we have to pay more than a first world country. That's just a fact, So, while people were complaining abroad, and they still are now, talking about how video cards are so much more expensive now. They're 40-50%. This has always been the norm in the Philippines. So this shouldn't bother you. What will happen though, and what you guys probably don't know, and well, it's always happened here, is because other countries are willing to pay more, they have more income, they have just more purchasing power than us, they are going to demand these devices more. They're going to demand GPUs more. They're going to demand SSDs more. Even HDDs. I mean, especially that new cryptocurrency that's memory-based instead of GPU-based. Because, again, Meralco charges so much. If you guys don't live here, that's the major electric company in the Philippines. One of the only ones that actually exists here. So, GPU farms are just not sustainable here. But because other countries have miners and they're demanding these parts, it's less likely that we are going to get any of the high-end chipsets. We are not going to get the nice SSDs. We are not going to get anything we need until the chipset global shortage ends. Again, if you were one of the super rich people that lives here, this won't bother you. You have money to throw away. You have money to just splurge. You know, it's nothing. But for regular people who live here, you guys gotta start buying up the stocks. You guys have to get things while they're still in stock at the affordable MSRPs in the Philippines, okay? Because if you guys don't get it now, even though it won't really increase in price, because again, that's not a sustainable business practice in the Philippines, scalping these parts is not going to be as bad as it was abroad, just because demand probably will not be asking for 70,000 peso graphics cards. You know, no one here that earns a Philippine wage is going to pay that much. But what is going to happen is we're not going to have it in supply. And they are going to supply the first world countries first. We are last priority just because we just don't have that much demand. And you guys got to get these things right away. And I specifically say gaming laptops because GPUs are already out of stock here. Unless, again, you have 70, 80,000 pesos to splurge on a video card, which you're ultra rich. This doesn't bother you. This doesn't bother you. But it's already out of stock. You can't buy those anymore at MSRP, even when it was MSRP Philippine price, which is 30% higher than Western MSRP. But laptops are still available. You can still get gaming laptops right now. However, that is going to disappear very, very soon, and there will not be any supply which you guys can use just because this chipset shortage, that was weird, this chipset shortage is just affecting everyone. So, if you guys are gamers, or if you do anything that involves GPU work, you guys gotta get these things now. Otherwise, you guys are gonna be waiting until, you know, this stupid crisis ends, which you don't think it affects you, but it will. And that's gonna be like mid-2022, 2023. We don't know when it's gonna happen. So, if this bothers you, make sure you get gaming cards now, gaming laptops, get even, you know, just storage. Any hardware you need, grab it now before it's gone, or, you know, wait a year or two. So, that's it. That's all I have to say. This is different from most of my videos. I don't know if you guys like this, but it's just, I'm sure the news will cover this 3 months later when they're already complaining that it's gone. And, I mean, I've said it here. Get it while you still have a chance. Before it comes out in local news, before people know that they should panic, so you guys stay ahead and you can get what you need now before everyone else. If you like this video, you know, hit the like button, and, you know, just so I know whether this is preferable to my other videos, which don't seem to be getting as much views. Then again, that's it, you know. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll probably keep making more of these, so see ya.